Hey, look at look at this. I got a hat on. First day I've been able to put a hat on in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So, doing good. I haven't been able to shave yet though. Still, it's weird how the little trigger points can move around on my left side of my face, from my forehead to my ear to my... Anyway, I've got a hat on. So things are looking up. All right, enough of that. This will be the wrist pin that goes down in the piston, inside the piston. So we'll make that, then we'll make the piston. And what else did we have left? Oh, we have the deal that goes into the glass tube. So we're going to work on this. This is just a 1/4 inch diameter slot cut through, and 256 thread in the backside, and a slot and a hole through it for the connecting rod to go to. So we need to have some 1/4 inch material, and I want to make it out of aluminum. Come on out of there. It's a little tight. All right, see if I can find some aluminum. I could make it out of steel too, or maybe brass. Nothing's jumping out at me right now. I want some aluminum. I don't have to have much. Here we go. It's a little piece of 1/4 inch, I think. This. Let's see. Yep. Yes, sir. So now, change collets. Pretty nice day out today. 30 some degrees out. I don't know if I'm going to put that camera in, since the sound is not so good. Maybe if I move it around, maybe if I move it a little closer to me, the sound would be better. Just that it's kind of in the way. We'll try this once. We will try this once and see. I do have that camera out here, don't I? No, I don't. I've got 3 of them. Not one of them out here though. So I think I'm just going to bypass that for now. But the next time I try it, I'm going to try it over here on not even seeing. I'm going to try it over here instead of back here, up front, and maybe that'll make the sound quality a bit better. All right, 1/4 inch. Ah, too tight. There we go. Okie dokie. First thing I need to do is face off the end of this. It's got a radius, big radius on there. And the first thing I got to do is run her in low range, circulate the oil a little bit. Get that oil flowing. Kind of like me when I get out of bed. Got to get that blood flowing. If I could get my tripod around on the end of the lathe, but I can't. It's too close to. I got a freezer out here, and my press is in the way. What I need to do is make a tripod that'll fit on my tailstock that I can move back and forth to hold that camera. I could do that. I could make a clevis to fit over my tailstock. Thinking about it. All right. Face off the end. Okay, now, do I want to part off the lengths and then try to clamp them and cut it with a slitting saw, or do I want to leave it long, cut it with a slitting saw, drill the hole, and then come back and part it off? They are... I would have 110 thousandths to clamp on. I think I'm gonna go back, rethink this, and go over to the mill, cut that slot first, and then poke the hole through. The hole is 32 thou. It's gonna have a 32 thou pin going through, probably a cotter pin. So. Taking that out for. Let's take this out and move over to the mill. And then we'll get a slitting saw and cut that. Let's see if I can move you without any. Where we at? There we go. Still set up with I gotta tighten up my tripod come loose. So get a collet block. I'm happy that I can wear a hat again. So hopefully it'll continue to get. I have a doctor's appointment coming up, so we'll see what he has to say. still on the same dose of medicine that I have been on. Must be getting used to it by now. It's not affecting me as far as dizzy and... Alright. You know what? I should have faced off both ends of that. I think the other end is square. Because then I could just do both of them right away. Not have to move back, jump back and forth. I can look for a slitting saw. I have a narrow one in my toolbox. Here. What size is that one? The calipers. This one is 30 thou. Needs to be a little bit bigger than that. The material is going to be 32 thou. It's going to go through there. So, I need one. Let me look over here. Oop. Look in my little dovetails, or what do you call them? Can't think of it right now. This is 45. Darn it. I was thinking that that would be the ticket, but it's not. So I might have to move up and down with what I have. I'd like to get at least a 32 thou. It's going to cut oversize anyway. And I thought I had a 32 thou one. Well, let me cut away. I'm going to find a cutter for it. Okay, right here's the cutter I'm going to use. This cutter I have never used yet. I got it at, I don't know if you have Max Hardware Store, Surplus Hardware. That's where I got it. They had a whole bunch of these laying in the drawer for, I think it was like $1 a piece. So I grabbed a couple of them. Measuring across it, I had to make a mandrel for it, so I quick made a mandrel. Measuring across it, the teeth are staggered, so measuring across it is looks like about 50 thou. Yeah, it's about 45 to 50 thou. So we'll go with 45. So we need a 1/2 inch collet in there. We'll see how it works. I've never, like I say, I've never used it before, so this will be the first time. Crank the other ways. Zero. And me taking just a light cut, so we can take the quill down. I don't like extending the quill if I'm doing a heavy cut. Puts too much pressure on the bolts and everything up here. But light cuts is fine. I'm going to call it, when we touch off, I'm going to call it 50 thou, so right. I wish this tripod would go a little lower. It's up there kind of high. I made it so it would look on the lane. Let me look around here. Pretty sure I got a shorter tripod somewhere. Just don't use it very often. I'm not sure where I stuck it. I don't see it. Because looking where you're looking, you don't even see the part. Let me look for that other tripod. I'll be back. Okay, that's better. I got a little shorter tripod now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here on top. I'm going to get over the tank here. And... ooh. Don't do that. Ran right into the end there. Not cool. Eyes are playing tricks on me. I thought I was well below it. All right. So we're going to put a piece of paper underneath it. Crank it up till it cuts it. That's it right there. Crank off. Now it's 50, so we're going to crank up 25. 25. All right, that takes care of, that puts the center line of that cutter, on the edge of that pin. That pin is 250, so we got to go up 125. 1. $25. And that should be right on the center of that. We want to go a depth. The depth of the slot is 160. So I'll crank in till we touch. Get my readout over here closer so that I can see it. And go in there until it touches. Alright, zero my axe, 160, 160. All right, let's take a look at that. Take a look at that and see what we got. It looks pretty good to me. So now we want to drill a hole in it, the pinhole. We don't want to take it out until we drill that pinhole. So we're going to put a drill chuck in. And we'll lay this here over here and get a drill chuck. That's going to be a small hole, so I can use a small drill chuck. And here. I could use my edge finder to find the center of that. Just boop, boop, and then do a half. Let's do that. I haven't done that yet with this. So let's try that. Let's see. I'd kind of like to get it close to center. Although, you know, doing it with a scale and eyeballing it level gets you damn close anyway. But I need to get to the end of that too. Let's get over here. Come down. I want to get over where there's no burr. Right there. 0. I haven't done this, so this is going to be a new experience. I've never tried that half. So we go over here and touch. Right there. And then it's 446, so it should be 223. And I didn't do it right. So all right, it's 0 there. Let's just go back in and pick up the back side again. I want to figure this out so I can use that, because it looked like a pretty decent function. Come in and touch. Should be 446 again. 448.5. So if I go half of that, nope. I might have to dig that book out. Although I think a friend of mine used that function and I'll have to go back and watch his video again. Okay. Nope. Well, should be half. Well, I'm just going to move it to, for now, I know it's supposed to be at 223. And that'll be the center. And then we'll come out and pick up the end of it. I will read up on it and see. Wait a minute now. Went there, touched, 446, 223. It's not working out. All right, I'm going to cut away and try to figure this out. Okay, I didn't figure it out. I have to dig out the book, or either that or go watch a video. Yes. So I just picked up the edges and did it the way I normally do. And now I need a center drill. We're sitting right in the location where it's supposed to be. Center drill and drill a hole through it. And then I'm going to sit down and try to figure out, oh, that's not right. I forgot. You know what I forgot? Dinking around, I forgot to subtract a 100. Now, 80 thou. Wow, not with it. All right. And we want to go with a 32. Or a 40. I'm going to measure my cotter pins that I have just to see what they are. My smallest ones, because I'm thinking that I'm going to use one of these real small cotter pins for that. And that is 30 thou. Alright. So that means dig out my small drills. Need to dig out my small drill index here. My big one. And we want to go with this drill right here. Whoops. I grabbed two. It's hard to take just one out. Put that away so I don't knock it on the floor. Put it over there. And I think I'm going to get my finger chuck, my sensitive chuck for that hole. I want to be able to feel that one. Yeah, one of these chucks here that they're I think I paid $50 for this part of it, and then the drill chuck was more. I can't remember how much. I know they had them at work, and I invested and bought one. The Albright chuck was 100 or something, if I remember right. I think I paid 115 or 120 for the small drill chuck. Trying to put some WD-40 on it. It's feels a little gummy. Oh, that's much better. All right. Okay, we're getting there. I should almost crank the RPM up. If I'm careful, I should be able to get through it. Come down. Doing model work, you almost have to have a drill chuck like this. That's why I invested right away. I remember, I think this is one of my major investments that I made as far as drill chucks and stuff, because I was shocked at how expensive that Albright chuck was. The other ones here I rescued at work, and this one I bought. Like I say, they had several at work on the jig board. I'm gonna get the WD-40 over here. Give it a little shot here. A little shot of WD-40 in there. There we go. Just got to be patient with it. Alright, so now I'll take that drill out. And stick that in my drawing here. So I don't lose it. Take that out. Lay that over here. Lay the center drill over there. Now, we'll take it, flip that around if it's got a square back edge, and that way when you have both of them done, you can just part them off and then put the threads in. The 256 threads. Let's see what we got. It'll work. That will work. Bring that up. Bring this around. Put my little slicing tool in. Down. Lock it there, get a piece of paper. That in there. Not quite. There we go. I can actually hear it touching. All right. So we can do this again. 25. And then it's 250, so we go 125. 125. And I'm just going to crank it in until it touches, and then go 160 more. depth isn't quite as critical. Alright, 0 max for 160. And we will cut it. Take that out, put that away. And put my edge finder away. Oh, no, I'm going to need it. I didn't, or did I save the Z, Y? I did save the Y. I just don't have the end. So I gotta pick up the end anyway. So I can put it at 223. Nope. That's not, that ain't right. So I must have zeroed Y axis. Okay, we'll come in and touch. Come on. Gotta be getting close. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. What if you hit the half first? Yeah, I don't know how that works. I know the bolt circle because I used that a few times. I know how that works. Come in and touch. All right. So it's 223. I could have just moved over 223, touched and moved over. So, oh, 223. Okay. Now touch off the end of it. Of the end here. And this time I will move my 100. I forgot to move my 100 the last time. 100. Actually, I can just go 180 because that's what we want. 180. Right there. Take that out, put that away. Might as well put the little drill chuck, or the finger chuck in. Yeah, these, I bought this from Enco, by the way, is where I got it. You'll never get it for that price anymore that I paid. I'm sure it's probably $300 now. But Enco was where I got it. They were having a big sale and free shipping is what it was. So I went ahead and bought it. I bought a lot of stuff at Enco. Sure wish they wouldn't have went out of business. Because now it's now the price is more than doubled. quadrupled. I'm gonna look that up when I get in on the computer again, just to see what. Just curious at what that is worth now. Just out of curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I could make one of these fairly easy after, looking at it and thinking about it. I should have just made one. Not a whole lot to them. I don't want to say I think it was like 75 or 50. I know it was a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. The drill chuck, no. That was a little more than I thought it was going to be. But it's worth it. Worth every penny for this kit. I'd like to have another big Albright chuck for my NC. I might have to break down and buy one of them. I'm gonna look on eBay first, I think. See if I can find a used one. I'd like to have one for my lathe too. Actually, I'd like to have two of them. One for my lathe and one for my NC. Might have to make an investment. Now, put those drills away, put back in the case, so that I don't lose it. It's a nice little drill index. Okay, I got some drills poking out here from underneath. What's going on here? Watch me drop it. I'd cry. Can't pick that one up. It's so tiny. Come on. Might have to get the magnet out to pick it up. Oh, there we go. Got it. This one belongs there. It's 14 thou. There we go. All right, put those away. And now, what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to go over the lathe again. So we'll go back over the lathe and part them off and drill and tap the hole in the end. And for the 256 thread to attach to the piston. Then we will make the piston next. We don't have many parts to make, left to make. Well, I got all the rods to do yet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think about five or six parts to make yet. So I'm going to switch back to the tall tripod, because this tripod would never reach up. This is about as high as it'll go, and compared to that tripod, no, it'll never reach up there. Squeak, squeak. All right, I'll be back.